Kuyada eba besi enda no pay. Mami Musa say, as a security consultant, there has been a lot of concerns Ghana for especially how our body the Ghana forces the free biaho the ebaye the videos are ebaye and security on social media. From so because how the body was conveyed from the accident scene to the community.
I'm up for raising issue about the way they were carried in the sack. But maybe I have a cousin who is a medical scientist, and the from the best brain. At that point, the body is very hot, and when you put it in a body bag, a bit creative problem, but that notwithstanding, I think the major issue is because the crime scene was somehow not managed properly. Nina can many of those questions. Raminia, the truth of the matter is that when the body got to Kumasi, you saw the military coming in full gear, and they gave them the needed respect they needed. And just how they were carried and how they were not carried. They were giving the state of the art respect and decorum, moving them from Kumasi to Accra. And that is where we are. So there is the issue about the general management of the crime scene. Knowing that whatever happened at the crime scene can affect the outcome of the digital DNA forensics. No? That one I can understand. But maybe how they were carried in the sack instead of the body bag. That is the understanding I had.
I see. But the crime scene, you know, say that Kuyafobi or Omoko kind of information or but do you think, sir, at the time the security agencies need to do honor, or man medical honor, a me temper with any further evidence? The investigation team no here now.
Yes, regional minister so can be normal do her first. As of mine, preparedness towards national emergency very bad, poor, and it lacks merit. And it is time for we to wake up again. I share our preparedness towards national emergency. We should be a crash in taking place. The mountainous area and the deep forest. You would need another chopper together in terms of rescue, in terms of retrieval, and in terms of movement of bodies and many of those things. Second one is to say, yeah, public education work from her. Then I offer helicopter part to call fear Koyedemo. I'm not for watches and Nama. Would you be away in such a manner? Would you watch upon him? Would you Koyeden? So public education a major issue, Maya. Illiteracy is a major issue, Maya. They now can part of the national planning and preparedness towards national emergency. Because many a tanker carrying fuel, say, and answer BBC. Instead of people running away and call the fire service, you see people running there. They need to blast and kill a whole lot of people. I don't think we are being reasonable enough. As a nation, again, this is a case for fire service to get to the place first. But fire service almost needs officer. And it is time to raise our national alertness and preparedness towards emergencies and how to deal with them. But Mameka are there way to maybe sending a message, there's nothing wrong entirely in sending the bodies to South Africa for DNA. Okay. And yet DNA identification because we are investigating the cause of the crash. And the bodies will be examined beyond just the DNA identification. Number two, it's not also entirely wrong, say, Ghana should send the bodies to South Africa because all countries in the world, America, Britain, France, Russia, Germany, they all share in an area of technical ability with experiences, particularly in times of distress and emergency. Because sometimes there's fire, then you see the whole world sending their fire extinguishers and almost everybody to one particular country. Sometimes in terms of crime investigation, sometimes in terms of DNA. So even though I agree that Ghana should strive to have our own forensic lab and a structured interest and all that, it is not entirely wrong. And it is not entirely surprising that we've thrown our bodies to South Africa for DNA and other forensic investigations.
I see. Finally, there has been concerns about the use of these Z9 helicopters. So the purpose are Omano Ediba just to for Ghana gas and the Ghana forces Omo Ediba check our territorial borders, especially on Ghana gas enclave. No, I say ya use one manabroso. Omanpeni kwani yusu ya kwa hani yusu. Would you say and also kwano at the stress at the ama the helicopter nana?
No, that could also be one. It could also be the fact that the Air Force almost provide transport services to the general public. I'm not for the brain name as it crash away, all those things are coming to the fore. But yet, besides your own say, why politicians always running to use the Air Force base in using military choppers? If they have constructed the roads properly and there's bus, there's train, then you can have less usage of military choppers. Military choppers and aeroplane is the safest way to go. But when you use it and there's a crash, these are some of the tendencies you get. And so we need to be prepared for all of this. Then secondly, it is also important to look at how many choppers we have and the new ones and the old ones. Then we are building a society that is conducive for everybody. I lead a team called travel risk assessment. Normally, say travel risks for high-profile personalities and VVIPs and VIPs. We advise that they go a day before the occasion, or they should leave a bit more earlier. 94.1. But you understand that politicians are always running all over the place, and they are always late for every event. It could also be a problem that politicians will need to look at it again. When you are driving your car, you leave 1 hour earlier, or you leave on time, so that for you to take care of the warning signs and the red flags on the road or in the air. When you are late, everything is late and everything is against you. It is also a wake-up call for politicians, in particular, who want to be at different programs and events at the same time on a day. They need to watch it. I have been to the Adanse area extensively. You take Passing Air or you take Africa World, you get to Kumasi. With a pickup, it takes you 1.5 hours to get to Obuasi or Bekwai or Adanse Asokwa or Adanse Fomena. So if you're a politician and you fly by air to Kumasi and they give you 2 Land Cruiser or 1 Land Cruiser with a motorcade, you could have made it in 1.5 hours. So they need to take their travel risk seriously. I don't know who does the assessment for them. They need to take it seriously. If they contact the likes of we'll charge them and do it for them. If the state is doing it for them, then they need to take it seriously. But if politicians will keep on overlooking the essentials and the priority areas, you have a problem because structures not support anyhow. And so we need to manage it properly.
Rich, on a pay, you're not a for Nasi.
Thank you.
Right. We a security and fraud consultant, Richard Kumadoe, and Mate Nenka, and we raise a very important way.